Hi Katrina, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
You know, one thing that everyone is saying is that the film should be called Ek Hai Tiger, not Ek Tha Tiger, because Salman is like the tiger of Bollywood.
See, the feel which Kabir wanted to give with the title is, you know, when you're telling a folk story or you're telling a legendary story. So I think in English, the translation probably would have been Once Upon a Time, you know? It's meant to be like a kind of a legendary story. It's a tale that maybe was or wasn't.
Now, you worked with Salman in the past. Do you really see an animal instinct in this one?
I think, Salman's always good in all his films. I think sometimes his films let him down. His approach to work has always been sincere. I mean, he's always, in the films which I've done with him, Partner, Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya, where he really believed in the films. You can see, he works hard on it. In this film, definitely he's worked extremely hard on it.
And you've shown amazing dance moves over here again. I mean, how do you really, do you think you can outdo yourself every time? I mean, you've done an amazing job with Chikni Chameli and, you know,
I actually find mashallah, quite a, it's a very well shot song. He did a great job. But I find it a very simple song in terms of dancing. Like,
you step on the floor, I mean, that's a tough one.
I actually find the song like quite basic. Like, you know, when someone talks about like dancing, then obviously, you know, like Chikni was a lot of dance, Sheila was a lot of dance. This I feel was more like a stylized song.
You know, actresses dream and aspire to be Yash Chopra, Yash Raj heroine, and it's like home ground for you. You're doing so many films with him.
I know I dreamt specifically of being Yash Chopra's heroine and
which
being directed by and being directed by him. So for me, that was really exciting. That was a big kind of dream come true. I remember watching Via Zara and saying that I would, you know, I found it so romantic. I wanted to be part of a film like that. So that for me is was a big dream come true. In terms of the other films, I had my equation with Kabir Khan since New York, and he kind of always had me in mind when he was writing the film Ek Tha Tiger. And they're a great production house. They make so many films in a year, so they're great roles and great films. So why would I not do them?
Talking about the Khans, every actress wants to grab as many Khan roles as they can. But you recently said that you would not be an ornament in a Khan film.
Well, I think it's important. I think it's ideal that if you're doing a film, you do have some sort of a contribution to the film in terms of having you know, a substantial role. So it's for me in this case, I can say that it's an ideal situation for me because I do have a very good role in the films which I'm doing. What I meant by that was sometimes because I think everyone had so much respect for them and, you know, they do such wonderful films, sometimes you can maybe let that go a bit, you know, just to be part of the film. But I haven't had to do that in this case, so that's been good.
As in, you won't just add the glam quotient. You definitely.
I mean, it's not happened that way. So maybe I would have done it still, but I do have very good roles in the film, so it's nice.
Now, there's this new craze in b-tonite about the 100 crore club, which was actually started by Salman. So how much does that matter to you?
You know, today, I mean, not today, but in the last year, it's been this 100 crore club, as you're saying. And people are saying, you know, before, when we started shooting Ek Tha Tiger, they were like, okay, this film has to make 100, has to make 100. And as the months have gone by, now the film's on release, it's gone to 200. So, I mean, where's the limit?
Salman has a very strong say in the way from his director or the script, everything, right? Rightfully he should. And also the way his actresses look on screen. So when he asked you to, like, you know, he had an issue with the way you were dressed on screen, were you okay with it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's not an issue he's having an opinion on everything. There are a few things and a few moments where he will have an opinion, and he's, as you said, I mean, it's a creative process making a film. He has every right to have an opinion, creatively, and I think everyone knows that Salman is like that. You know, I mean, it's his comfort, and he has certain things and certain limits which he likes to stick to in his films.
It's a very funny line in the promo where you tell Salman that ab shaadi ki umar ho gayi hai. So have you ever set a date for yourself? This is the cutoff date. I want to get married by this age, or
my understanding and my definition of marriage, from what I know, is that you get married when you feel that way about that person, and you can't wait another moment. I mean, there's no age, or I think this concept is a wrong thing.
A lot of curiosity about your pairing with Shah Rukh Khan. Tell us about it.
I mean, it's our first film together, and beyond that, I guess once the film comes up for release, then you can talk about the film. And obviously that again is going to be a film with a lot of expectations. Yash Chopra directing after so many years. Him and Shah Rukh have made so many classic films together. It's not just they've done film, they've done classic films together. So that, of course, you have again that huge pressure and that huge burden of that, all their work on the film. I mean, what beyond a point, what can you do now? You want to be part of the film.
Known for his romance.
His romances, yeah. So you want to be part of the film. It's a great film to be a part of. Of course, it's there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of expectation to live up to. But you can't go in with that burden. You have to just go in to try and make the best film you possibly can make. As long as Yash is happy with me, which he is, and as long as everyone, he's the director of the film, as long as you've satisfied his expectation of you, then I think that's a good place to start. Then now, the audience will see the film and decide.
Anushka Sharma recently said that Katrina is the biggest star, so obviously that she's going to get more prominence in the movie.
I don't know about prominence in the movie. The film is written in such a way that obviously it makes sense, or it was written with keeping in mind who is going to be in the film, and I'm sure also she would not just randomly be part of any film for any reason. So, and Yash doesn't see his women like that. He could not have a woman character who was not integral to the film, in his film. I don't believe that.
Are you also gearing up to work with the third Khan, Amir?
Yeah, that's the next, after we finish Yash's film, that's the next film I'll be starting. That's, again, a huge project and a lot of work required. That's a lot of physical work required for that. So that's going to be... it's tough in a way. Sometimes you don't feel like getting up and putting in that training and you're wishing you were just wearing a salwar kameez and doing something which didn't require that. But it's okay. Every film that does something that usually does something big, you've had to put in a lot of work for it. So
we just heard that you were also part of Sanjay Leela Bhansali's Ram Leela. Is that true?
Where did you hear that?
Yeah.
I think it's been announced everywhere, the cast of the film.
Yeah, we just heard that you are a part of the film now.
It seems to be musical chairs happening in that film, but no, I have no idea. That's very bizarre misinformation. No.
Tell me, Katrina, how difficult is it to be the woman on top?
If you consider yourself that, and if you place yourself in that chair, then obviously no. Because I don't understand. Even if one was to do that, what would it benefit them? For me, honestly, I'm happy doing good films and working with people who I want to work with, As long as I can be in that position where I get to do the kind of work I want to do, be a part of the films, work with the filmmakers I want to work with, the actors I want to work with, then I'd be happy. And that's good for me.
You always say that Akshay is the one who instilled confidence in you.
Not alone. Akshay. If I speak about Akshay, then this thought comes up that yes, he had tremendous amount of confidence in me. I think doing a film with someone or working with someone in the beginning of their career is good, and that happens a lot. But beyond that, I genuinely felt from him that he had a lot of confidence in me.
And everyone really wants to know this one question, Katrina: are you single?
I've said that countless times. It seems to give people some joy hearing that. I don't know why. Beyond the point, I don't think there's any sense for me personally to continuously talk and analyze about your personal life. Maybe it's just the kind of person I am. It doesn't sit well with me at all. I wouldn't, not in an offensive way, but I wouldn't dream of asking you. I would talk to you, I would enjoy, perhaps we would have a cup of coffee, talk about cinema, but I wouldn't dream of asking you or somebody else about their life, I understand the need to, because it's been there from the beginning of cinema. It's been there even, as long as you can remember. I just think some people are okay with it and some people are uncomfortable with it, that's all.
It was great chatting with you, Katrina, and wish you all the success.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Neha Dhupia, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Zoom TV.